What up, y'all? It's a little windy out here today, so please bear with me. Well, let's talk about these crooked trucking companies out here in this world. Particularly, we're gonna talk about some Chicago trucking companies. Well, I ain't gonna talk about any specific companies by name, but a lot of y'all know these Chicago trucking companies, man. A lot of them are real shady. And I had one of them call me a few weeks ago, and it's funny when they call you and they think they're talking to a rookie or somebody who don't know anything about the industry. So when they call like that, I play with them. I let them give their whole spiel and try to sell me on the situation. And then after they finish talking, I start asking them questions that they don't expect to come from a new truck driver. So, again, I ain't gonna say this company's name, but they're a Chicago-based trucking company. And the guy calls me up and he's like, "Hey, we're looking for drivers, and we promise you, we guarantee you $2,500 a week, and we guarantee you at least 2,500 miles, and we're the greatest trucking company since sliced bread." I mean, he didn't say those words, but the way he was talking, you would think that they were the greatest trucking company since sliced bread. And then he got into lease purchase. I'm like, lease purchase? He was like, yeah, we leased the truck, and I think he said the payments were like $700 or $800 a week. And in my mind, I'm like, who in the world would be stupid enough to sign up for that? But I let him keep talking. So he's like, yeah, $700, $800 a week, truck payment. Then he went into, the whole fuel program, and, we give you this discount on fuel, and, tire program and this and that. And if you don't have a trailer, we'll lease you a trailer. And so the more he keeps talking, I'm like, oh, this is a glorified truck leasing company. They're just under the disguise of a trucking company. So I let him keep talking. And so he just kept, just trying to sell me on their trucking company. And so when he was finished, I said, oh, okay. I said, hey, man, I said, first of all, I don't lease trucks. I don't do lease purchase. I said, whenever I've had a truck, I've always purchased my own truck. So then he says, oh, really? And so then he says, do you currently have a truck now? I said, yeah, even though I sold both of my trucks. I said, yeah, I still got a truck. And then he said, oh, well, you can bring your truck over here and you get all the miles you want. So I said, oh, really? So he says, yeah, we guarantee you a minimum of $2,500 a week. And I said, oh, so y'all got contracted freight? And he was like, oh, well, no, we give you access to the load board. Oh, you give me access to the load board. I said, so, well, if y'all are running load board freight, how can you guarantee me, $2,500 a week or, 3,000 miles a week? Well, that's with some of our best drivers, that's what they've been making every week. I said, so, sir, I understand the trucking industry a lot better than, the average person. And I said, there's no way you can guarantee me $2,500 a week, especially running off the load board. Now, If you had contracted, dedicated freight, then yeah, you could promise that. But um, without that, you're lying. And so he said, well, I'm just telling you based on what some of our best drivers are averaging every week. I said, okay, man. Well, I'm not interested. I appreciate the call, but I'm not interested. And so, to all of you novice or intermediate or new or, I mean, even seasoned drivers, if you haven't been on the other side of trucking as far as being an owner operator, if you've just been a company drivers, man, watch out for these companies, man, that call you, because all they want to do is get you behind that wheel, whether it be in a lease purchase program or whether it be a company driver. You got to really, really vet these companies nowadays, man. So be careful, and especially with the Chicago-based companies. Now, with me having been an owner-operator, I will say freight coming out of Chicago does pay well. But, there's only so much of it that can go around, especially when you got big boys out here, the J.B. Hunts, the Snyders, the Swifts. You got a lot of them soaking up a lot of that freight. So, whatever's left over, you got the owner operators out there, battling for it. But there is good paying freight coming out of Chicago, out of that whole Midwest area. Traditionally, they've always had good freight coming out of that area. But you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. Don't sign your life away into one of these lease purchase programs with one of these companies. You got to really, really be careful. So that's my little tip for y'all today, man. My 30-minute break is almost up. Let me jump back on this road. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.